So next topic is all about salad preparation. So different types of salads and salad dressing are a staple in the culinary world. There are many types of salads to master, some easy and some difficult. While there are some basic guidelines to follow, types of salads and salad dressings are largely left up to interpretation. Indeed, there are many classic types of salad such as Nicoise, Cobb, or Caesar. So here are some overview of salad and dressing types. So the first one is the toast salad, composed salad, bound salad, and farinaceous salad. So toast salads are Caesar salads and green salad. So composed salad, salads which are skillfully built, or the Cobb salad. Next is bound salad, salads that are bound together in a mass, such as tuna salad and chicken salad. Lastly, farinaceous salad. These salads made up of starches like potatoes, quinoa, or pasta, and or potato salads and pasta salad. So we have dressings, vinaigrette dressings. These are mixtures of oil and vinegar base. Next is mayonnaise-based dressing. Next is emulsified vinaigrette dressing. These dressings that use an emulsifier to combine oil and water. So here are some variations of salad. We have 4 variations. So the first one is toast salad. Toast salads are the most common kind of salad and are prepared by toasting the greens and garnishes, such as tomatoes, onions, or cucumber in a dressing. A toast salad uses leafy vegetables such as lettuce, spinach, or watercress. It is important to remember that the greens will be dried before toasting. If the leaves are wet, the dressing won't properly adhere to the greens, causing the dressing to become watered down and generally unenjoyable. They can garnish with many different ingredients such as nuts, cheese, fruits, and vegetables. All kinds of dressings can be used, including a light oil and vinegar dressing to a hearty hot bacon dressing. Second is composed salad. Composed types of salads are inspired, and a properly composed salad tells of that inspiration. A composed salad is one of order and detail. A composed salad is also built from the ground up and is carefully arranged to produce a beautifully crafted salad. There are 4 layers to a composed salad. The first one is the base. The base is more often than not salad greens that line or anchors the plate before the salad will be served. This means the foundation of the plate. For example, a chicken Caesar salad will use romaine lettuce as the base. The second one is the body. The body is the main ingredient and can consist of other greens, vegetables, and other salad made from cooked ingredients such as chicken. For example, a chicken Caesar salad will use chicken. So next layer of composed salad is the garnish. This is added to the salad for color, texture, and flavor. It can also be simple with chopped herbs. It can be warm or cold as well. There are many options to use, but always use a garnish that complements the flavor of the type salad you are making. For example, a chicken Caesar salad have Parmesan chicken, croutons, and lemon as each garnish. So, fourth layer is the dressing. The dressing, while sounding simple, should always complement the salad rather than masking it. A composed salad is often served with the dressing on the side or by having it ladled over the top before serving. You may also dress the individual ingredients before composing the salad. So let's now move on to the third variation, which is bound salads. So bound types of salads are one that is made by combining cooked meat, fish, shellfish, and or legumes with dressing and garnishes. A bound salad literally means each of the ingredients is bound together in one mass. They can include pasta, potatoes, quinoa as the base. The difference from the farinaceous salad is that bound salad is heavier, more robust salad. So lastly is the farinaceous salad. You probably haven't heard of these types of salad, but no doubt you have seen them before. A farinaceous salad is a salad that is made with potatoes, pasta, or grains. So a farinaceous salad differs from a bound salad in that many farinaceous salads are not bound. Many pasta salads use combinations of light dressing and flavorful ingredients to bring it together. A farinaceous salad is almost always tossed but can be used as the body for a composed salad. A famous and popular farinaceous salad include potato salad. So next is dressing. Without dressing, salads just wouldn't be salads. There are many things to learn about when it comes to dressing, and this article will get you up to speed. Many of the methods taught here are used in many other capacities in cooking. So the first one is the emulsification. An emulsified sauce or dressing is unique. An emulsion is the uniform combination of two liquids which are unmixable, such as water and oil. By forcing these two liquids together with the help of lecithin, uh, lecithin is a protein that is also unique in that it has the property of being able to combine with both water and oil. The most common source of lecithin is egg yolk. So the most common emulsion is mayonnaise. By whipping egg yolks until frothy, uh, you slowly add oil drop by drop while whisking vigorously. Once the emulsion begins to form, the oil is added in more quantity. The fastest way to prepare mayonnaise is to make it in a Robocup or food processor while slowly adding the oil. It is recommended to start with the whisk so you gain an understanding of the process. The higher the proportion of the oil to water in emulsification, the thicker the emulsion will be. The higher the proportion of the water to oil will produce a thinner emulsion. So the first dressing is the vinaigrette dressing. A vinaigrette is a simple dressing and comes from the classic French dressing, not to be confused with the North American commercially available dressing that is creamy, tart, or sweet and red-orange in color. A classic French dressing is 3 parts oil, 1 part vinegar, salt, and pepper. When using stronger flavored oil, using less oil will help offset the strength. Some dressing recipes call for a citrus juice to be used in place of all or part of the vinegar, in which case it will take more than 1 part to balance the acidity. The next is mayonnaise-based dressing. If you are looking for hearty, a mayonnaise-based dressing is sure to provide it. Mayonnaise by itself is a pretty heavy product, and using it in the dressing will require some robust greens that can withstand it. In order to make a mayonnaise dressing work, you'll have to play around with it, adding different ingredients to change the mixture, color, and flavor is definitely a plus. Dairy products are essentially popular and include buttermilk and sour cream. This will help lighten the mayonnaise a bit. You can add vinegar, fruit juices, vegetables that are cured or minced, tomato paste, garlic, onions, herbs, spices, peppers, anchovies, and boiled eggs. The list goes on and on. And lastly, the mayonnaise-based dressing. So if you're looking for a hearty, a mayonnaise-based dressing is sure to provide it. Mayonnaise by itself is a pretty heavy product, and using it In the dressing will require some robust grains that can withstand it. In order to make a mayonnaise dressing work, you'll have to play around with it, adding different ingredients to change the texture, color, and flavor is definitely a plus. Dairy products are especially popular and include buttermilk, and sour cream. This will help lighten the mayonnaise a bit. You can add vinegar, fruit juices, vegetables that are pured or minced, tomato paste, garlic, onions, herbs, spices, capers, anchovies, boiled eggs. The list goes on and on. So let's now move on to gelatin preparation. When most people think of the wiggly jello mold, they're probably not thinking about bones, even though that's a primary source of gelatin, the ingredient that gives jello its structure. It is created from the collagen in animal bones and other body parts. Collagen is a protein that plays many roles inside the body and has many other uses as well. So here are some varieties and types of gelatin. Other forms of gelatin exist to meet the needs of those wishing alternatives to meat products for various reasons. So the first one is the icing glass. It is a type of gelatin extracted from the air bladders of certain fish, particularly sturgeon, but it's rarely used these days. Next is carrageen, also known as Irish moss, is a gelatinous thickening agent derived from seaweed which grows on the coast of Ireland. Irish moss is often used in making homebrews and meads. So the third one is the agar, also known as agar-agar, Kanten and Japanese gelatin, is a dried seaweed salt in blocks, powder, and strands which are used as a setting agent. Agar has stronger setting properties than gelatin, so useless when substituting. So the fourth one is pectin, occurs naturally in fruits and vegetables and is used in the preparation of jams, jellies, and preserves. So gelatin can also be extracted from fish bones. So how to cook gelatin? So gelatin has many applications. It can be used in sweet and savory dishes. Since unflavored gelatin is 85% protein and low in calories, it is an excellent choice for dieters. For diabetics, sugar-free flavored gelatins using sugar substitutes are widely available. Some raw fruits can completely break down gelatin and render it useless, so read about which ones to avoid below. So we have foods to avoid when mixing with gelatin. Do not add fresh or frozen pineapple to gelatin or Jell-O. These fruits, along with raw figs, kiwi fruit, guava, and ginger root, contain an enzyme called bromelain which breaks down gelatin, causing it to lose its thickening properties. The enzymes are deactivated in cooked fruits, so canned pineapple and kiwi are fine to use. Too much sugar also can inhibit gelatinization. The more sugar in the recipe, the more sulfur the resultant gelatin will be. So liquids other than water. Other liquids can be used in place of water to prepare gelatin, including fruit juices, clarified vegetables or meat stock, vegetable juices, and broths. Thicker stock and a more delicate flavor results from using veal bones rather than other meat bones since the veal has more collagen which gels the stock. So adding fruits, meat, and vegetables. For every 2 cups of gelatin mixture, allow 1 to 2 cups of solids either minced, cubed, or cut into small pieces. Be sure to drain all solids of the liquid before adding to gelatin to avoid watering down the gelatin. To suspend fruits, meat, or vegetables in gelatin, chill the gelatin until it is consistency of cold egg whites. Then mix in the well-drained additions and chill until completely set. Firmness variability. The firmness of the mold varies on the ratio of water to gelatin and temperature. First, use 1 envelope or 1 tablespoon or 1/4 ounce unflavored gelatin to 2 cups of water for standard firmness. Decrease or increase water or other liquid for your particular needs. Next is 1 or 1 to 3 ounce package of flavored sweetened gelatin needs 2 cups of water. If you are doubling a recipe originally calling for 2 cups of liquid, use only 3/4 cups of liquid instead of 4 cups in the doubled recipe. If you are using leaf gelatin instead, 1 tablespoon of unflavored powdered gelatin equals 4 sheets of leaf gelatin. Next is how to unmold gelatin. For a gelatin that will unmold easily before filling the mold, spray it with cooking oil. If you want to avoid an oily film which might cloud the surface by using an oil spray, simply rinse the mold with cold water prior to filling. When unmolding, dip the mold into warm, not hot, water to the depth of the gelatin for 5 to 10 seconds. Loosen edges with a knife or spatula and unmold. Return to the refrigerator for 20 minutes to firm. So to easily center a mold on a plate, rinse the plate with cold water before unmolding the gelatin onto it. This way it will slide easily into the right position. So next is storing gelatin dishes. Store gelatin desserts in a covered container to avoid the formation of a thick rubbery skin on the surface. Keep gelatin dishes refrigerated until ready to serve to maintain their gelatinous state. So let's now move on to next topic, which is all about heat transfer. So in this lesson, the students will be able to differentiate the kinds of heat transfer. Next is to discuss the effects of the heat to cooking different kinds of food. Next, describe different kinds of seasonings, flavorings, spices, and herbs. Next, familiarize with the uses of each kind of seasonings, flavorings, spices, and herbs. Follow the rules in using seasonings, flavorings, spices, and herbs. Define food composition. And lastly, name different food composition processes. Breast or pork chop, And lastly, using ice water to blanch vegetables after steaming to keep them from losing their color. Convection, for example, as a pan of soup heat up on the stove heat moves from the bottom of the pan. This movement of the hot and cool liquids or gases combine. Convection is the reason frozen foods thaw more quickly when placed under cold running water. So, we have natural convection occurs when molecules of the bottom of the cooking vessel rise and warm while cooler and heavier molecules sink. This creates a circulating current that evenly distributes heat throughout the substance being prepared. So we have also mechanical convection occurs when outside forces circulate heat which shortens cooking times and cooks food more evenly. Examples of this include stirring liquid in a pot, or when a convection oven uses a pan and the exhaust system to blow hot air over and around the food before venting it back out. So next is radiation. As the microwaves penetrate the food, they bump into molecules of water and fat, causing them to vibrate rapidly. This vibration creates friction, which creates heat that cooks the food. The larger the piece of the food, the more unevenly the microwaves penetrate, so microwave cooking has some limitations. So we have two kinds of radiation, the infrared and microwave radiation. So the first one is the infrared. It utilizes an electric or ceramic heating element that gives off electromagnetic energy waves. So these waves travel in any direction at the speed of light to quickly hit food and are mainly absorbed at the surface of whatever you're preparing. While microwave radiation utilizes short high-frequency waves that penetrate food which agitates its water molecules to create friction and transfer heat. If you're heating a solid substance, this heat energy is transferred throughout the food through conduction, while liquids do so through convection. So, effects of heat. When heat is added to food, it causes changes in color, texture, flavor, shape, and nutritional value. Heat affects protein, carbohydrates, sugars and starches, fats, and water in different ways. Careful selection of the cooking method based on the contents of the food and the desired outcome will lead to the best quality of product. Coagulation. Proteins are denatured. So coagulation. Proteins are denatured or coagulated by heat or a change in pH. The protein changes from a semi-solid to a solid state during cooking. An example includes cooking an egg white. This process occurs between 160 degree to 185 degree Fahrenheit. The heat causes the unfolded protein chains to become entangled and lumped together. The same coagulation occurs when an acid such as lemon juice or vinegar is added to milk. The pH is altered and the casein or milk protein denatures and coagulates into spongy lumps. In meat, excessive heat will cause meat proteins to lose moisture and become tough. So, what is gelatinization? Gelatinization is the thickening of liquids. It starts in the presence of water, gelatinized when heated. The starch granules absorb water. When heated, the starch granules swell and then burst, leaking starch into the surrounding liquid. Swelling is usually complete at 190 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. Excessive or prolonged heat, not enough heat, inadequate dispersion. So what is gelatinization? Gelatinization is the thickening of liquid. Starch in the presence of water gelatinizes when heated. The starch granules absorb water. When heated, the starch granules swell then burst, leaking starch into the surrounding liquid. Swelling is usually complete at 190 to 195 degree Fahrenheit. Excessive or prolonged heat, not enough heat, inadequate dispersion of dry starch in melted fat, or cold water, and excessive agitation may interrupt proper starch gelatinization. So let's now move on to caramelization. When we say caramelization or browning occurs when sugar and proteins are combined and exposed to high heat. This applies to both natural sugars in food and sugar added to food. Excessive caramelization may result in an unfeeling dark color or burned flavor. So last is the evaporation. Most foods contain water. As the water in food reaches 212 degree Fahrenheit, the water turns to steam and evaporates. Heat that is too high or prolonged cooking may dry out the product through excessive evaporation of moisture.